Have you ever wondered what this pocket is for?
The Zune?
No, silly. The iPod Nano. The Nano was in development 9 months before release, and would be the successor of the Mini, which in turn would be really risky for Apple, releasing the Mini so soon into the iPod Mini's lifespan. But Steve Jobs knew the competition was catching up, so he did it. He discovered what the tiny pocket in your jeans was for. The iPod Nano had 14 hours of explosive battery life and had flash storage, helping its thinner size. It was later recalled because of a battery overheating issue, and Apple basically confirmed that they were just ticking time bombs at this point.
Hey, what you listening to?
Me? Oh, I'm just listening to Bonfire by Childish Gambino on my iPod Nano.
Dude, are you crazy? Why do you still have a Nano?
Why? But that doesn't mean it wasn't successful. The iPod sold its first 1,000,000 units in 17 days. Being priced at $150, it was the perfect gift to get for someone. It's that in-between of, hey, I thought about you, but I really didn't know what to get you. But something was missing. If the Nano would replace the Mini, they would need to make it pop, make it fun, maybe add some color. Who's this? I'm an optometrist. I'm colorblind! The second generation iPod is now in color, and it mimics the designs of its predecessor, the iPod Mini. It has a huge upgrade to battery life with a whole 24 hours of battery. But does it still explode? Well, it looks like it's time for an upgrade. The iPod Nano 3rd generation. It brought video to the Nano, and it has phenomenal battery life, 24 hours of audio listening, and 5 hours of video playback. That's almost enough time to watch the whole Raimi trilogy. But let's be honest, who's watching video on a screen this small anyway? But I can still play games on it, right? Oh. Well, Apple still has room to innovate for the 4th generation models.
And we've also got some great battery life, 24 hours for music and 4 hours for video from the thinnest iPod we've ever made. I think that's a real accomplishment.
Well, I stand corrected. The 4th gen iPod Nano. The 4th gen went back to the candy bar look and kept a bigger screen. It also introduced the accelerometer, and with it came new games, a new way to access cover flow, and you can shake it to shuffle all your songs. Apple would remove the iPod quiz game in favor of the new Maze game. Steve Jobs would also reveal their new Genius feature, which would automatically create playlists based on the songs you were listening to. It was also Apple's most environmentally friendly iPod, containing curved arsenic-free glass, BFR-free, mercury-free, PVC-free, and highly recyclable. And now they come in every color, or as Ian Heacock would say, nanochromatic. And at 8 GB for $149, that's a steal. How can a Nano get better? How about we put a shitty video camera in it? I guess they did. The iPod Nano 5th gen was Apple's answer to the rise of internet video. But compared to other video cameras back in the day, this thing was horrible. This Nano also included speakers so you could listen to your music or video without headphones. It's also the first iPod with FM radio, a voice memo app, and a pedometer. It was $150 for the 8GB model and $180 for the 16GB model. This was great, but where does Apple go from here? How can you make something better if you already added everything to it? You take everything out of it, and you leave them with this. The iPod Nano 6th generation was unique compared to previous models. It had a multi-touch screen and was so small, Apple introduced a clip with it. This iPod would later be known as a cheaper and better smartwatch compared to the Galaxy Gear, which at the time was $300! This iPod would eventually convince Apple to make the Apple Watch, with everyone and their moms clipping the Nano to watch bands. But this Nano did not come with its fair share of problems. There are reports that the power button would get stuck because of Apple's design flaws. They put double-sided tape on the power button. They also updated the OS, and included new clock faces for the Nano, with some Disney licensed designs such as Mickey Mouse and Kermit the Frog. And with that, this would be the last iPod Steve Jobs will reveal. Where does Apple go from here? Do they double down and go full watch? I mean, it just makes sense. Look at all the possibilities. Some innovation with the This isn't the first time I've been proven wrong. Yeah, I have no idea what Apple is thinking with this one. But nevertheless, this thing is still very incredible, with it being Apple's thinnest device until 2024 with the release of the M4 iPad. This Nano has the biggest display with it being 2.5 inches. It's still small as heck to be watching videos on.
And we're bringing video back to the iPod Nano.
Bro, why is everyone applauding? This screen is tiny to be watching movies on. I tried to watch the entirety of Baby Driver on this thing. It was not a fun experience. Unfortunately, no games on this Nano, which I feel like is such a missed opportunity for them to develop unique games to fit this iPod. I mean, hey, at least they added Bluetooth. And a huge upgrade to battery life, a full whopping 30 hours of battery. And I must say, this is my current daily driver. With over 2,000 songs on this iPod, I could recommend the iPod Nano to anyone who's looking in to get rid of their Apple Music or Spotify subscriptions. And with that, I conclude my video. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.